Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to Project Learn, a Reskill and Spark AR initiative aiming at upskilling tech enthusiasts on emerging AR technology with the help of workshops and hackathons, and building a highly engaged Spark AR community. Through these workshops, you would be taught how to build your AR effects on Spark AR Studio with features that enhance the experience of Facebook and Instagram users. I'm Anamika, and before we start the workshop, I would like to run through a small presentation to share the purpose, flow, application, and benefits of being a part of this program. So, as I mentioned, Project Learn aims at helping you kickstart your career in the domain of augmented reality by training you in the technology. The program structure is divided into three broad stages. In the first stage, we walk you through the Spark AR Studio and teach you how to create your first AR effect from scratch, which involves importing assets, canvas, face tracking, patch editor, and generating test link. In the second phase, we move a step further, teaching you about advanced filters and share with you Spark AR policies before you finally submit your effect. Submission of your effects will get you a meta certification and access to resources that will help you prepare for the hackathon. In the final phase, we will host hackathons at your college level and at Pan India level. You would be rewarded and recognized for your efforts and contribution. Before we move further, I'll quickly introduce the Spark AR Studio to you all. Spark AR Studio is a tool used by the global community of creators and brands to create and share AR experiences using Facebook family of apps. And augmented reality is an interactive experience which digitally enhances what can be seen, heard, and touched in the real world. At the moment, we have over 600 million people using AR on Meta apps. Let's have a quick look on what is happening in the world of AR. There are four key capabilities where AR is being used. To give you a brief insight, we all have come across face filters on Instagram where we can add a mask on a face. This is done by face tracking capability. The popular Swedish chain of home furnishing stores, IKEA, uses AR to help their customer choose the right furniture for their homes through the wall tracking capability. While we are easily able to scan the QR codes, we are now also able to scan the pamphlets and business cards using target tracking. Similarly, body and hand tracking, the latest capability introduced, offers utility for fashion brands, allowing users to try an outfit digitally before they click on purchase. Here are a few examples of the effects that you come across while scrolling to Instagram. Like the first one that you see, here the hair color changes when you scream. And the second one, getting a phone call from a celebrity. Similarly, AR has plays a very impressive role in escalating a gamifying experience by mapping effects with facial expressions, gestures, and head movement. AR also played a very crucial role during the pandemic in bringing the world to your drawing room by emphasizing on the moment, making the content much more interactive, enjoyable, and memorable. Having said this, what happens to the AR effect that I have created? So the effect that we create is published on our Instagram user page in the stories section and in the reels. And the most amazing part is that this effect is available to the audience worldwide to use and experience. Now I have created my effect. It is published on my Instagram page. I have a lot of views on it. Many people are using it. I am getting good, followers on Instagram. But how does this whole program help me professionally? So there are various ways in which you can use AR to your advantage. You can monetize on the platform by building interactive AR effects for brands and creators. You can become a AR UX researcher, AR developer, and educator. You can leverage AR in your career by identifying and solving problems. You can also take augmented reality career further into learning and VR and XR. With so many advantages, both immediate and long term, I'm pretty sure you will make the most of this workshop. We had shared a download link for Spark Studio in the email. I'm sure you have downloaded it. In case you haven't done it, please do it before we start the session. And now I'll quickly introduce you to the mentor for the day. Today we have with us Chavi. Chavi is a AR creator for last 2 years, and she has created some amazing effects during her journey. She was in the top 5 Meta Spark AR India brand challenge, and today she would be talking to you and teaching you how to create your first AR effects from the scratch, and this is going to be a completely hands-on workshop, and you can ask questions in the chat as I invite Chavi now. Hi, Chavi.
Hello, ma'am, and hello, everyone.
So, what are we doing today, Chavi?
Hi. First of all, I'm very much excited for the today's workshop because today we would be talking about that how students can get started with the new technology of augmented reality, and also we'll walk through to the Spark AR studio, and it would be an amazing hands-on session, understanding how they can have and make their first own ever face tracking filter.
All right. So, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm leaving this stage to you, and I'll be backstage. Let me know in case you need something.
Sure.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Hi everyone, this is Chavi Garg, and today I'm here to teach you that about augmented reality, and also teach you what is Spark AR Studio and how you can benefit from such an amazing platform of Meta. So before that, very warm welcome to everyone who is watching me, and thinking about, like, having so many thoughts in their mind that what is augmented reality, how they can get started with it. So today we would be like talking about everything, and I would be very happy to like resolve all of your doubts. So hi, um I'm just looking for some messages. uh okay, just I would be very happy if you could just drop something. Okay, if you're there, just drop hi, how are you, something like that in the chat box, so that I can get an idea that how many of you are there. Feel like everyone obviously, yeah, exactly. Like, you will all be receiving a meta certificate for the successful submission. It's a very important point. So yeah, keep this in your mind. Thanks, Meet, for reminding. Yeah, and also, it's not just about the certificate, it's about that you would be learning a lot of things, and getting a certificate is a plus point for it, because you can add that certificate in your resume. You can just show it, post it on your LinkedIn as well, that yeah, you got a meta certificate. So why not? It's a really great opportunity, so you should just brag in front of your friends and show that yeah, I have no now I know a new technology of augmented reality. So yeah, hi. Let's get started with our session. So first of all, if anyone knows about augmented reality, they can just tell me what is augmented reality according to them, and then I'll tell you that what is augmented reality. Anyone? We all are very much excited. Thanks a lot, Utkarsh. I'm also very much excited to teach you today, and also, like, if possible, try to make effects parallelly with me, because it would be really great if you could also make your AR effect with me, so that we can benefit more and more from this live session. Okay. Um, this is the Spark AR download link. I'm just dropping the Spark Air download link again in the chat box. Have a look into it. Click onto this link, go to this link, and download your Spark Air Studio if you haven't downloaded it, so that we can make our effect um, together, and we can learn more about Spark Air. Okay. Is it required? No, not at all. Like, nothing is required when it comes to Spark AR. It's a no code, low code platform. Okay. If you know scripting, then obviously you can try your hands on scripting on the Spark AR Studio. Else, it is not at all required. You just need to know the basic mathematics and the basic knowledge that how to use any of the software. That's it. A very basic knowledge is very much okay, and if not, then also there's no issue. I am here to explain you everything from scratch. What can AR do yeah, I'm explaining about it only. So yeah, so I have shared the Spark AR download link in the chat box. Just click on this link, download your Spark AR Studio. Till then, we'll talk about what is augmented reality and how you can get started with it. Okay, so Tanisha said that AR means something through which we can make filters. Yes, that's true. From AR we can make filters. Obviously, how much AR we're making, how much. So in this workshop, we will be first understanding that what is augmented reality, and then after that we'll walk through the Spark AR Studio software. We'll understand that how the software works, and we'll understand all the functionalities of it, and then we'll be jumping on to our like first ever effect, in which we'll understand how to make it, how to publish that effect, and also how like those effects can give you great opportunities in the future. Okay. Let me just get started with the workshop, and then I'll be very happy to take all the questions because there are so many questions that are coming up parallelly. So let me just get started that what is actually augmented reality, and and then after that I'll take all the questions. Okay. Now, first of all, when it comes to augmented reality, so augmented reality is the integration of digital information with the user's environment in real time. So basically, for example, if you want to have an interactive experience of the real world environment, okay, like for example, you want to superimpose your digital content onto the onto the real world environment, so that time you use augmented reality. Okay, so in that case, how it actually happens. So and let's understand this. Like for example, right now my hair are almost black in color, and I'm having no jewelry, nothing on my face. But using augmented reality, I can superimpose the digital contents. Now, what sort of digital content it can be that I can superimpose onto my real world environment? It can be text, it can be video, it can be picture or GIF. So that can easily be superimposed, okay, onto our real world environment. So that's how augmented reality works. Okay, the very easy example of it, like for example, whenever you scroll your reels, post messages and stories, you see on Instagram that there are various effects that are available to you. So on Instagram and Facebook, people use various effects. So that time, they what they are actually doing, they are what they are doing, they are superimposing digital content onto the real world environment. Like for example, if there is a mask, okay, so what it actually happens, like the mask is coming onto my face. Okay, like for example, right now there is no mask onto my face, but through augmented reality I can superimpose a mask on the real world environment through through the technology. So that's how it is to be done. And today we would be understanding that how Spark AR is growing, and also how Spark AR is giving you so many opportunities to get started with this technology, because it's very difficult to jump into a technology and to understand it from scratch easily. It's very much difficult. So in that case, we would be understanding everything from scratch, and we would be talking about it. I'll just take few questions, and then we'll just get started with our workshop. Okay. Um, how much AI? So first of all, we would be making a face tracking effect, in which we would be understanding how you can make some face filters. Okay. Now, so AR is very much obviously correlated with the metaverse, because ultimately Meta is working on augmented reality a lot and on the metaverse at the same time. So you need to understand one thing, that in the metaverse, what you are actually doing. Okay, it's also it's obviously it's a virtual world, I understand, but again, at the same time, you are also like when you are having all your um uh, like VR tools and everything, when you wear those things, so that time obviously you are jumped to a different world and everything is different. Okay, and in the metaverse, like things are very much different. So yeah, AR is very much correlated with the metaverse at the same time. Is this like application? No, not at all. It's not at all like application development, because in the application development you would be working on the Android Studio, and you would be learning a lot more about coding, and you actually need to work on JavaScript, or for example Mern, or something like that. But no, not in this case. It's not at all related to application development. It's a totally no code low code platform, in which if you know about scripting, that's fine, you can get started with it. Else there is no need of coding. Even like for example, if you are a engineer, if you are a designer, if you are from commerce background, you can just get started with this technology. It requires no code. Okay. When it comes to the future opportunities, yes, there are various future opportunities that are available in the Spark AR journey, because ultimately, first of all, there are various remote jobs that goes into when it comes to the Spark AR, because obviously there are various remote jobs that are available to you, because ultimately you what you have to do, you have to make amazing effects, you have to turn your creativity into the reality. Okay, so for that, no one would be asking you to come to the office, and like it happens sometimes, but yeah, most of the times you can actually easily access some remote jobs, and also there's amazing freelancing that can be done. And at the same time, since it's growing day by day, so try to have the that try to grab this opportunity as soon as possible, because ultimately, after 1 year or so, after a few months, people will, like after 1 year, people will start working on it. So why not now? If you will start working on this particular technology from now, obviously you would be going ahead from many of your fellow mates. So just grab this opportunity. Okay. No, not at all. When it comes to Spark AR Studio, you actually have to download the software for it. It cannot be like used on with the desktop mode or something like that. Okay. Not actually animation, because ultimately animation is very much difficult. I can't like obviously animation is way too different from this, because in animation I just can't track my face, and if I'll move in this direction, the particular material will also be moving in this direction. So that's not like animation, but yeah, you can like think more of it. Yeah, I just talked about the future opportunities. There are so many opportunities, and also Diwali hackathon is also on the way, so I guess you can get an amazing opportunity to like just try out your skills onto this platform, and also you'll get an amazing you obviously, if you'll win, you'll get so amazing rewards. The rewards are always amazing, because I also participated in the brand hackathon. I know how amazing it is, and the experience is truly amazing. And at the same time, I got to know a lot of stuff. So yeah, there are various future opportunities that are waiting for you. So ultimately, one technology can be related to different another technology. So that's not a case. Like it totally depends how you want to relate this technology to the different technology. So, for example, when it comes to artificial intelligence can be related to any of the technology. It can be machine learning, it can be IoT, it can be AR, it can be VR. It's totally a different point of conversation. But yeah, when it comes to Spark Air Studio, no, it's not. No coding is required, but if you know scripting, that's cool. But if not, so no loss. No, you can't make an AR effect in mobile. You actually need to have a PC or laptop for that. Okay, so I guess I'm getting a lot of questions. So what I'll do, I'll just first get started with this workshop, and because ultimately these questions will obviously you'll obviously get to like so many questions. I totally understand it. But first of all, let's like head to the Spark AI studio and let's understand how it actually works, and then we'll get back to all of your augmented reality questions. And to be honest, I'm very much happy to see the enthusiasm because um and no, AR and VR is very much different, but that's fine. It's quite similar to few people, but it's different. Yeah. So what I wanted to say that ultimately when it comes to Spark AI Studio, it's very much different, and obviously I totally understand that there are various like doubts that goes to your mind when you are thinking to learn some new technology. So no doubt, be calm, and obviously I am here to teach you for that only. So yeah, I'll be just quickly share my screen, and we can get started with our Spark AI journey then and there. And also, if you haven't downloaded the Spark AI Studio, please do download it straight away. It's very much important to do so. I'll I've already shared the Spark AI Studio download link in the chat box. Uh, this is the Spark AI Studio download link. Okay, do download your Spark AI Studio and like turn your imagination to the reality. Okay, yeah. So I'll now. I'm also very much excited, Arvind, for the today's workshop because I'm very much happy to see that you are having so many doubts and you're so curious to learn so many things, and you actually have that passion in yourself that yes, I want to get started with a new technology of augmented reality, and that's the best thing that I was needing. Okay, so I'll just share my screen and let's get started with our Spark AR Studio. So don't be disheartened. I will be taking all the doubts in like after explaining something about the Spark AR Studio. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Dipesh, let's get started. Perfect. So just give me a second. I'll just share my. Okay, that's not able to share. Perfect. No issues. Vivek, I'm so happy that I'm currently having you all in this workshop and taking this and resolving all your doubts. I'm so happy and excited for the same now. So yeah, here we go with the Spark AI Studio, and here we are. That how we can actually get started with the Spark AI Studio, and we'll understand everything from scratch here. Okay, so now what we are gonna do? Let's first understand now we got the overview of what is augmented reality, and we actually got an amazing overview that how Spark AI Studio can help you and benefit you in your future opportunities. So let's understand how this is how the Spark AI Studio looks like. And in the left side, you can see that there are four sections that are available: create, new, learn, recent projects, and open. So let's understand every section one by one. So first, we'll understand what is actually create new section and how it actually works and how it will help you. So first of all, the create new section has these three experiences that are available to you. So let's understand that. So the first thing is the blank project, in which it is written that explore and choose an experience type later. The second is the sharing experience, the AR for stories, reels, posts, and messages, and it's for real time. So let's first understand what are those. So first of all, now for example, you are whenever you are using your Instagram. Let's take an example of Instagram. So while using Instagram, now you can, now first of all you have to process, okay, where, like on what places I can actually use augmented reality, or where I am actually using filters. Okay, so while posting you can use AR filter. Okay, and then you can use some effects, and after that you get an option to use effects while posting your stories, while sending any of the picture to someone else. That time as well you get an you can you actually get an option to use effects on that time. Now when you are posting reels, that time as well you get an option to like add an effect to it. Apart from that as well, when you are actually having a video call with any of your friend or colleague, or like for example family member, that time also that you get an option to what, to use a an effect. So that's how, first of all, you actually need to segregate the category. Okay. And obviously when it comes to ads as well, you might have seen, or you might have noticed that there as well you can use an effect. So there, so first of all, you need to understand the basics. Okay. After understanding the basics, then only you will be able to jump onto the like advanced capabilities. Okay. So yeah, so these are the few things, these are the few experiences that will help you understand how it is being segregated. Now moving further with it, now you got an idea, like for example, you want to make an effect for the video calling experience, you would be choosing the video calling experience. Now you, if you are making an AR effect for the stories, reels, post and message, then obviously you would be using for that. And if you don't know what to do next and how to get started with it, and you are quite confused about your AR effect, just use a blank project and get started with it. Okay, so yeah, I just got started with the session, Ashwin. It will go around 1 more hour, something like that. Yeah. So I just got started with the session. So obviously, it will take at least 1 hour to me to make you understand about this platform and to have an amazing hands-on Uh, workshop and teach you that how you can also get started with the same. Okay. Now moving further with it, first of all, when it comes to the templates, so you can see that there are various templates that are available to you in front of you. Now let's understand how these templates work. So let's take this one first of all, hand movement, in which you can see I just clicked onto the hand movement and now it just opened. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand that how actually it works, and also how actually it will help you in working. Okay, so yeah, let's first of all take an effect. Okay, so yeah, let's take this neck decoration effect in from the template. When we take this particular effect from okay, it's not visible, just give me 1 second. I'll share my whole screen for that. I hope now it's visible to you. Okay, so yeah, that's how the Spark AI Studio looks like when you click onto the template. So that's how it actually opens. Now you can what you can actually see that there's a bow. Okay, and obviously it's a 3D material, so it's coming on to like on the neck, and also that's how it is moving. Like for example, like with the movement of the person, it is also moving. So it is being tracked by the neck. So that's how it is to be done. And you can see that there are various materials, textures that has been added to it, and you can see some functionalities of it. Or you can easily right click onto it and replace it if you want to. You have some different 3D objects, you can easily do it. It's not that much difficult to do so, and to make your first AR effect. Okay. Now moving further with it, so that's how the templates work. And also you can see when you go to the workshop, now you can see when you go to the show patch editor. So yeah, and you can get an idea that how many patches has been used in this particular effect. So it's actually something very much amazing to do so, and these effects are very much likely to help you in kickstarting your hair journey. Now we got an idea of the templates, how it actually works. Now moving further with it, you can just hop on to the learn section to understand more about the augmented reality and about the Spark AI Studio, and also you can understand how you can leverage this platform. And also if you are new to scripting, then also you can just get a session of scripting from here. Like it is made creating an effect with scripting. it is available to you, you can just check this functionality and use it over your effects. Then obviously you can use some face reference assets, and same it goes with the recent projects and open. You can just open your project that you have made earlier, or you can just check out your recent projects. So yeah, that's how it is to be done. Now we'll go to the create new and we'll click onto the plus button. So yeah, that's how it is to be done. Perfect. Just give me a second, and then I'll be back. Until then, like, do let me know in the comment section if you have downloaded the Spark AI Studio yet or not, so that we can just get started with the session. And also, let's understand more about the Spark AI Studio. Just I'm giving you 2 minutes to just download and install the platform ASAP, and also ask your doubts. If you have any other doubts related to Spark AI Studio, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be just back in 1 minute. Thank you so much, Sparsh, for your response. I'm very much happy to see your response, and I'm very much excited, and I'm very much glad as well at the same time that you all are here, and you're learning this. Okay, I'll again share my screen. Again, if you come up with any doubt, do let me know in the comment section below. Perfect. So, yeah, these are all the things that are available to you. So now let's get started with our first ever effect. So let's see how you can make your first ever effect. First of all, you have to go to your experiences and click and have a blank project, because we'll understand that how you can get started with a blank project, and you can have all the understanding of these things. Okay, now what you can do, now you can see that there are various things that are coming up onto this Spark AI Studio. Okay, so first of all, you can see onto your left side that there's a scene panel in which it is mentioned that there's a device, camera, focal distance, and a lot of stuff. So let's understand this functionality one by one. Ma'am, we done the process. Now we are very much excited. Thank you so much, Utkarsh, and thank you so much, Sparsh. This podcast. You can just have a check onto the functionality. I don't know about that. It's working. Of it's work like, is it working on this Windows 7 or not? You can just have a look into it. I have no idea about it, but yeah. Do let me know if you come up with any of the doubt. Okay. Perfect. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the confirmation. I'll now share my screen and show you something more about the Spark AI Studio. Now you can see that this is the Spark AI Studio, and that's how it actually looks like. Now, moving further with that, what we can see that there are so that in the left side that there is a scene panel. In the scene panel, there's a device in which there's a camera and the focal distance and ambient light and direction light. Like for example, right now I'm sitting in this direction, so this is my device. Okay, this is my device, and obviously this is the camera, and there's a focal distance. Okay, obviously there's a difference, but uh, there's a distance between this camera and me. Okay, so that's the focal distance, and apart from that, here it comes the ambient light and the directional light. Like for example, right now as I'm sitting here, the light is coming from this way and this way and this way. So that's how the light thing works. And also microphone, like for example, if there's any sort of voice you want to add, then obviously you can use the speaker object. So that's how it is to be done. Now you can see onto your left bottom side that there's an asset panel in which you would be adding all your important materials in that. Like for example, in the scene panel, like whatever you are making, the in making process would be demonstrated into the scene panel, and all the important materials that you need to have while making an effect is to be added into your asset panel. Okay, that's how these two panels are being segregated and separated. Now on the right side you can see that there's a panel there are all the properties and transformations are to be shown. Now what happens, like for example, while making an effect, so there are various things that you need to come up with. Like for example, you actually need to change the size of a particular object or a material or something like that. So in that case, what you would be doing, okay, you would be changing the size of it, you would be working on the position as well, or on, for example, you want the rotation. So that's how it is to be done. Now you got an idea of it. Do let me know in the comment section if you come across with any doubt. So I'm actually using a Lenovo IdeaPad gaming laptop. So I don't know which one you are using, but that's totally fine. It's just that your laptop should support like good software, heavy software, and that's all you would be needing. Nothing else is required. Now, just close this. Now as you got an essence of what is actually Spark AI Student, how it works. Let's understand more about it. You can see that there's a workspace that is available, and then after that there's an option of the video in which you can see that there are various real-time simulation that are available. And also I have added some of the real-time simulation onto my uh, Spark AI Studio so that I can understand more about my effect through them. So you can use these real-time simulation to understand more about your effect and how your effect would be working on different face structures and different textures. So yeah, that's how you can change the real-time simulation and see that how your effect would be looking on the different person with different face texture and face uh, structure. Okay, now moving further with it, you can pause this particular real-time simulation, you can play this, you can also like for example, if you like it's the advanced frame, so that's how you can do it. Now moving further with it, you can see that there's an asset library into the asset panel. When you click onto the asset library, you see that there are various things that are coming up here, like home, 3D objects, um, and various things. So main so our AR library is being divided into seven categories. The first category of the 3D objects, as you can see that there are various 3D objects that are available to you. You can see that from which website it is being taken. Like mostly the 3D objects are being taken from the Sketchfab, and they are all for free. So don't be worried, you won't be paying anything for it. It's a totally free platform to use, and nothing would be charged from you no matter how much you use it. Now apart from that, there's an option of category of music and sound in which you can like have these music and sound to like stay safe from the copyright claims. So you can use these sound and music, and for example, or you can just make your own so that you can take care of this thing that yeah, you are not coming in the violation process. So yeah, moving further with it, when it comes to the patch asset, then also you can see that there are various patches that are available in the Spark AI Studio. Okay, so you can use these patch assets to make your effect more and more amazing. And there are some textures, there are some blocks, okay, script packages and colors. So there are various things that are available in the Spark AI Studio. Again, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Perfect. Now, moving further with it, what we would be doing firstly, we would be understanding how we can get started with our first favorite effect. So, for that case, first we'll go to our scene panel and we'll click onto our to the plus button. When we'll click onto the plus button, you can see that we got a description of the face tracker. So, what it is done, what it is actually written, that you can have more than one face tracker in a scene. Okay, and also apart from that, if you add children to the face tracker, um, it will allow their position and scale and rotation. It can also be used to control a face mesh. So that's how the face tracker is used. And face tracker is at the same time very much important and a great asset. So yeah, this is the thing that you need to keep in your mind. Now moving further with it, let's insert this face tracker, because ultimately we need to track our face and we need to make an effect for the face tracker only. So let's change the view, and now it's looking perfect. Again, if you come up with any doubt, you can just ask in the comment section. Ma'am, there. So basically, Spark AI Studio is bound to Instagram and Facebook only. So that's why if you want to like make effects for Instagram or Facebook, then obviously you would be doing you would be using Spark AI Studio. Else, Spark AI Studio is not for all the platforms. Okay, it is meant to be used for the Meta platform only. Okay, and for the basically Instagram thing. Now, apart from that, moving further with it, we actually added a face tracker into our scene panel. When we added a face tracker into our scene panel, now what we would be doing, we would be clicking, having a right click onto this particular face tracker and clicking onto the add object. Now you can see that various objects that can be added into this face tracker. Let's click onto the face mesh, and now you can see that we have added a face mesh into our face tracker. Let's see what we can do. When you go to the right side of the face tracker material properties, you can see that you can position it, you can change the scale, you can basically resize it, or you can also rotate it. So it's totally up to you. If you want to rotate it, you can. It's totally up to you how you want to. But again, there's an option of the materials that you can see onto the right side of the face mesh properties. When you go to the when you click onto the rightmost plus button uh, from the materials, okay, you can see that a new material is being created, and it is named as the material 0 in the asset panel under the material section. So let's name it as the master face. What I'll be doing, I click onto the plus button and import few of the pictures from my laptop. Let's add this. Perfect. Now let's keep the compression on, because right now I just don't need any sort of compression. I won't be adding much of the AR files to add compression to it. Now moving further with it, let's understand what else we can do. We will go to the material section in the asset panel, and we'll click on the hacker face, and we'll add a texture to it. When you go to the right side, you can see under the shader properties that there's an option of the texture. So we'll add a texture of hacker face on this, but you can see now the shade type is way too different. So what you can do, you can click onto the shader type and make it as wet. So yeah, that's how you can actually do so. And also it's very important, it's very amazing to do so. To be honest, that's how you actually made your first ever AR effect. But now we would be talking about some more functionalities to get started with this technology. And also don't be scared, we would be going slow, and we would be understanding everything properly. So don't be scared on that point. Okay, now moving further with that, now you got an idea how you can actually add a face mesh, and how you can put some stickers onto your face if you want to. Now you can see, when you see to this shader type, there are various shader types that are available. It's a face paint shader type, it's the splendid shader types. There are various shader types that are available that I chose for flat. It's totally up to you which shader type you want to choose according to your wish and imagination. Now we'll go to the face tracker. We'll right click onto the face tracker and we'll add a plane to it. When we will add a plane to it, we'll rename it as the panda plane. Let's understand why we named it as panda plane. When we'll go to the right side, we'll see that in the materials. Yeah, onto the right side, you can see that in the properties, the in the basically transformation, you can see materials. What you have to do, you have to click onto the plus button and create a new material. When you do so, let's rename the material as the panda material. And when we'll go to the properties of this panda material, we'll add a texture over it of the panda. But now you can see it's coming onto my face, but I really don't want to come in front of my face. So what I'll do, I click onto this panda plane, I'll pause this particular video, and then I'll resize it something like this. So yeah, I guess it's looking pretty much cool, and yeah, it's looking pretty much nice and better. Let's see how it's looking like. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Now moving further with it, let's see what all functionalities we can explore and we can have it. And also let's change the shader type to flat as well again, because panda is looking so messed up right now. Yeah, so let's first of all, okay, so yeah, that's how it's to be done. Perfect. Now let's move on to the other capabilities and functionalities of Spark AI Studio till now. Uh, do let me know if you have any doubt as we come across with this, and if you are stuck somewhere, you can let me know in the comment section. I would be very happy to take them all. Um, are you stuck somewhere, or are you not able to understand anything? You were not able to get any of the thing that I just said. Do let me know in the comment section. I guess there's no doubt. So, okay, let's continue with our effect. I'll quickly share my screen again. Now, keep your eyes on to the screen very carefully, because now we would be jumping to the some advanced capabilities in which we would be understanding how you can make use of the asset library. And now it's the very important part. So keep your eyes on it, and let's open our asset library first. Okay, we have opened our asset library. First of all, we'll add a 3D object into our asset from our asset library. Mm, so yeah, this is a swinging man. Let's import this particular 3D object from our asset library. I've clicked onto the download. Now it's being downloaded. When the downloading would be done, the again blue button would be seen. Okay, let's wait for a few more seconds so that it would be downloaded. Yeah, it's done now. Perfect. Since it's done, let's move on to our blocks, and let's add a block, because ultimately it's very much important to understand all the functionalities and to get an overview of it, so that when you are making an effect, when you are exploring the Spark AR hub, or when you are exploring the Spark AR studio, you should know that how these things work. So I'm just giving you a glance of all the main functionalities, so that you can use it in future and also you can get an idea of it. Okay, now moving further with it, when it comes to the block, let's add a block of eye color, or let's add a block of what we can say. Yeah, let's add a block of the eye color. Let's click onto the import, and now it would be imported in the same way we imported that. Yeah, it's done. Now you can see onto the screen. Again, if you have any sort of doubt, you can ask me now, because now we are jumping on to the advanced capabilities that are very much important for you. So if you're stuck somewhere, do let me know right now in the comment section, else we'll be jumping into it. Okay, perfect. Now you can see that we have onto your left side in the asset panel, you can see that we have added a swinging eye, which is a 3D object, and we also added a block, eye color block. Let's first of all drag and drop the eye color block into our scene panel, and let's see that how it's looking like. So first of all, we'll change the real-time simulation to this, and let's play it off. And also we'll do one thing, as we are changing the eye color and it's not that much visible in this particular effect, so we'll go to the face mesh. Yeah, so I was saying that we'll go to the face mesh and we'll uncheck this visibility. Okay, so that we can make the hacker face invisible for some time, so that we can try out some more functionalities in the in the same effect. So you can now see one thing, that the eye color has been changed. Let's change some more. Let me just keep it somehow blue, so that you can see the change more nicely. Now you can see that, yeah, the eye color was changed when we added a block of eye color. And then in the same way, like if you'll add the block of makeup in the same way, you can just adjust it down. It's easy to do so, and it's very much great at the same time. Okay, so now we got an idea that how we actually can add a block into your AR effect. And also apart from that, how can you make it good use. Now, apart from that, let's understand how you can make a good use of 3D objects. We'll hold the 3D object and drag it and drop it into our scene panel. When we'll drop it into the scene panel, now you can see that there's a long object that has been added. So what we'll do, we'll first of all change the scale. Now you can see onto the right side in the transformation that there's a property of scale. So first of all, we'll change the scale to 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 in all the axes. Now you can see it is being changed. Now let's zoom in, and first of all drag this particular object and keep it somewhere here. And now you can also see one thing in this particular area, that there's an option to rotate the selected object. So we'll click onto this and let's rotate it. Perfect. Now what we'll do, we'll change the game the instruction to position, and now we'll change the position somewhere here. But still, I guess it's still very big. So what we'll do, we'll change the scale to 0.05, 0.05, 0.05 in all the axes. Now it's quite better. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it would be look like. That's how you can add a 3D object into your scene panel. And yeah, that's how it works. I hope you got an idea about it, and you got the whole essence of it. Now moving further with our effects, we'll learn one more functionality, so that we can get an idea about how you can actually add the 2D objects as well at the same time in this. Now, when it comes to the 2D object, now what you have to do, you have to click onto this plus button in the scene panel and add a canvas to it. When you add a canvas which is under the 2D objects, click on to the insert, which actually works like a container of the 2D objects. We'll right click onto the canvas and add a object and add an object of 2D text into it. So now that's how the 2D text is being added. What we'll do, we'll first of all drag it and drop it somewhere here. After that, we'll clear this text column and we'll insert one day of the week. So yeah, that's how you can actually add a text, and I am pretty much sure that you all are very much excited about it. Reason being, we added a 2D dynamic text into our AR effect. Obviously, it for example, today is Sunday, so that's why it's looking as it is showing Sunday. Now if tomorrow you would be using this effect, it will show you as Monday. Okay, so that's how the dynamic text works. So you can also insert some more stuff if you want to. You can click onto the insert and you can see, you can insert date, you can insert time, you can insert altitude and temperature and so many things, the current city or these stuff. So it's the thing that you can do to increase the engagement. Now apart from that, we'll go to the face tracker and I'll show you that how you can um, quickly add face makeup, if face makeup thing in just few seconds. So yeah, we'll right click onto the face tracker and we'll add an object of face mesh. When we'll add an object of face mesh, we'll again add a material to it. We'll create a new material. Okay, and let's name that particular material as the retouching. Now what do you have to do, you have to go to the right side of the retouching and change the shader type to retouching. Why we did so? So that we can add smoothing to our face. It actually works like a no makeup look. Basically it will show your skin smooth and clears all your skin things. Okay, the details, and so that's how it is to be done. You can also control this and keep it as around 90, so that you can have more and more engagement onto your effect. So that's how it is to be done. Okay, do let me know if you have any doubt in the if you have any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I would be very happy to take them all. And also like, I'll just quickly recap that what are things we have just learned. First of all, we understood that what is a face tracker. A face tracker helps you to track your face and to understand more about the materials you want to add onto your face. And you if you want that, okay, this particular thing should move according to your face movement, that time you use a face tracker. Now in that face tracker, we used a face mesh. Okay, we added a face mesh, we added a particular material to our face mesh of the hacker face, and that's how it's looking. Now what we actually did, then we added a plain object to our face tracker. Okay, so that we can track the uh, face. Okay, for the panda material. And then what we did, we actually applied some makeup thing to our effect by adding a face mesh to have the retouching shader. Okay, so yeah, that's how we worked with the face tracker. Now we'll jump to the block. So from the asset library, we took a block, okay, of the name of eye color, in which what we did, we actually dragged and dropped that particular eye color that was in the asset panel to our scene panel. So after dropping it, we actually changed the color of the iris, and now that's how it actually looks like. Now apart from that, when it comes to the swinging eye, then also you can see that there are various functionalities that I have just taught you, and you got an idea about it. So yeah, that's how it is to be done. You just have to drag and drop the 3D object to your scene panel. After that, you have to change the scale so that you can work on the functionality. Now what we added a canvas to our effect, so that we can add some dynamic text to it, and added a text of Sunday. It's totally up to you what sort of text you want to add. So yeah, that's all For our effect, let's understand how you can test your effect onto your device. So first of all, now you can see on the left side of your asset panel, there are three five options that are available. The first option is test on demo. So yeah, it's very much important to understand this. When you click on this, you just have to add your experience. Click on add experience, click on insert, click on done. So that's how you can add experience to it, to your blank project. Apart from that, let's understand how to test your effect onto your device, how to get that particular link onto your device or onto your PC. So yeah, you just have to send click on to the send button. It's totally up to you whether you want to send it to your Instagram or Facebook. You can send it over anywhere you want to. Then okay, the file size is too big, so this is an issue that is coming up. So what I'll just do, I'll just delete the 3D object from my effect. So why I did this, because the file size was too big. This was an issue that was coming in. So for that case, obviously if you are making your own 3D objects or working on this, that time you won't be receiving this file size issue. So yeah, that totally depends. So now you can just click on the test on device and refresh it, and now the link would be uploaded onto the Spark AR hub, and also the link would be uploaded on your Instagram notification. Okay, since this is going on, we'll go to the publish button, we'll click onto the publish button, and also you can record your demo video from here as well if you want. Don't record this real time simulation obviously, but yeah, you can record your real time your demo video here as well. You can just click onto the record, choose your camera, and voila, you can do this. But right now I'm using my camera for the session, so obviously I cannot use this. But yeah, here as well you can make a demo video, and let's just click onto the upload. Now you can see it is being uploaded onto our uh, Spark AR hub, and so that we can just publish our effect and let it done. Okay, now till then again, if you are coming up with any of the doubt, do ask me in the comment section, so that we can get an idea about it, how to make 3D things. So whenever it comes to the 3D objects, then obviously you need to you should have a proper understanding of how Blender works, and about more about the editing software. It totally depends at how much you know about it. So yeah, that's how it is to be done. Do let me know if you have any other doubt in your mind, or you want to ask anything. You can just like, don't be worried, and you can just ask me. Again, I would be very happy to answer them all. Till then, I'll just quickly share the submission link with you over the chat box. So yeah, here I've shown the submission link to you. So this is the submission link, Blender After Effects. Yeah, these are exactly, these are the tools that you can use to make a 3D object. Thanks, Vikas, for answering it from your side as well. So yeah, this is the submission form. It's very much important to fill the submission form in order to receive the meta certificate, and also so that you can showcase your amazing effects to us. It's very much important to fill this particular form. So keep this form with you, and do fill this form the moment you are done with your AR effect. Okay. Now let's see how to publish it. As I clicked on to that thing that opens Spark AR hub, now this is what it is coming up. Now first of all, you have to keep a name, so let's keep it as a blue eye effect. Now apart from that, what you would be needing, so you would be asked to add categories. Choose some categories, like it's related to appearance, love, selfies, and we added a pandas as well, animals. Now, apart from that, when it comes to the keywords, so let's see that what sort of keyword you can use. Like for example, blue eyes, or some other keyword that you want to use is totally up to you. You can add up to 20 keywords into this particular column, and then after that you have to upload your demo video. And yeah, for example, this is my Instagram profile. That's how it's going to be look like onto my Instagram profile. So yeah, that's how it's going to be look like onto your Instagram profile while making an AR effect. You can make it invisible after some time if you want to, but don't make it invisible in the time span of 4 to 6 months, because obviously we would be evaluating it. So yeah, just click onto the submit button when you upload your demo video, and voila, your effect is being uploaded. So yeah, that's how you can actually publish your first AR effect onto your Spark AR Hub, and it's very great to do so. Now we'll understand how to fill the submission form, and also at the same time how you can get benefit of it and how it actually works. Give me just 1 minute. Yeah. So let's understand how to submit your form. So you have just published your AR effect, and that's so these are some of the insight that you would be receiving from your Spark AR hub. Okay, that's how it's going to be look like. Now with that, let's go to my one of my effects, and that's how it will look like to you. Now what will happen, we'll go to your form and we'll see what are details that are required: name, email ID, contact, college name, Facebook profile. Okay, now apart from that, what are details? Effect URL. For the effect URL, you need to click on to the share button, click onto this particular URL, and then paste it into this. Apart from that, when it comes to the effect ID, copy the effect ID and paste the effect ID here. Then copy the owner ID, paste the owner ID here. Add the date of the submission and upload your demo video that I just discussed with you, and then click onto the submit button. So that's how you can submit your first AR effect onto our forms, and yeah, that's how it is to be done. Mm, Obviously, working on Spark AR is very much amazing, and at the same time it's way too much things that you learn from the Spark AR studio. So let's have a glimpse of our policies as well at the same time. So the first thing is about the performance, that effects must perform in a very responsive way. So you need to keep in mind that how if your effect is performing and how the visual text and voice intents is to be seen. Now when it comes to the part 2, it is like they are talking about the metadata and media. So all the metadata and media uploaded or submitted with effects to Spark AR must follow these policies. The first policy is about the name. So the names must not be duplicated or must not contain the Instagram account. Like for example, my Instagram username is Chavi Gigi. So in that case, I cannot add this particular username in my effect. So this is against the policy. So you have to keep this in your mind. And also, when it comes to demo videos, you cannot use these real-time simulation that are provided to you in the Spark AR Studio. For the demo videos, you have to use your videos or your friends' videos. It's totally up to you, but you cannot use real-time simulations for your demo videos. Now apart from that, when it comes to the icons, then obviously you actually cannot use these real-time simulations for your icons as well at the same time. Okay, my screen is blur. Is it blur now as well? Because I'm having no network issue, can you just tell me how much time should be Try to submit your effect in 2 to 3 days. I guess that's the deadline. And if there is anything else, that is, you can just have a chat with the organizer of this backyard event. I guess 2 to 3 days is the standard time, but yeah, you can have a have a chat with the organizers of the Metaspark workshop, so that they can tell you more about it. Now, moving further with it, you actually cannot use these for the thumbnail or icons as well. You have to keep your photos with you. Okay, so now moving further with it, let's jump on to the part 3, in which we'll talk about the AR content standards. So first of all, you need to have a view on our Facebook community standards, and also the Instagram community guidelines is very much important to do so. When it comes to the suitability for user base, the content must not be shocking, sensational, illegal. It should not promote any sort of alcohol, adult nature, or it must not discriminate against, harass any person. So these are few things that you need to keep in mind while making an effect. And also, content must not promote online gambling. Okay, or like for example, if there's a company who is doing some spammy thing or misleading thing or gambling thing, then don't indulge with those companies as clients. Okay, so try not to work try not to make effects for those, as it's against the community guidelines. Now, apart from that, when it comes to the spam, the content must not be spammy, misleading, or deceptive. And obviously, the external link, like the content must not contain any of the URLs, QR code, or other scannable codes. It's very much important to keep this in your mind. So I guess yeah, exactly, like you might be having a network issue, might be, but do let me know if you got the whole point or not. Obviously, like, apart from that, I actually told you everything by speaking, so I don't think there would be any sort of much things that got uncleared because of the blur screen. That I don't know, it's totally fine. But yeah, do let me know if there is any doubt of yours. You can just ask in the comment section. I would be very happy to take them all. Again, putting the submission link into the chat box. Don't forget to submit your AR effects in this particular submission link. It's very much important to do so if you want how you would be able to receive the meta certificate, and also how you would be able to get started with a new technology. It's very much important to do so. So just have that faith and just get started with the new technology. So yeah, I guess that's all for the today's workshop. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in. It was really great having you all. And do let me know if you stuck somewhere. Do let me know if you need any help of mine. In any case, I'll just drop my LinkedIn into the chat box. If you come across with any doubt, you can just ask me. Okay. Till then, take care. Thank you so much, Spursh, for your kind words. Thanks so much. Yeah, so till then, take care, and also have a great day. See ya.